What's up, guys? Welcome into the Great Nimbus Debates, the Dragon Ball Z podcast. It's your boy Squall Rush, the host. We're a little short-handed today. Brock should be coming in, but Seven Ninja's on vacation, so he's out there enjoying life right now. But without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. So, we're gonna get into our intros. Still kind of waiting on Brock. I think he had to go let his dogs out or something, so he'll be in pretty shortly. Yeah, last week I was out of town. I was in Hawaii, so that's why we skipped the podcast last week. Yeah, if you can't tell, I got a little bit darker, a little sunburned. Anyways, I'm Squall Rush, gamer, podcaster, anime enjoyer. Hit the link tree.
How tall are you?
6 foot. Yeah,
Is that a lie?
No, that's not a lie. But yeah, hit my link tree if you want to follow my other platforms, because I'm on quite a bit of platforms. Some for streaming, some for just posting, some for both. What else? Hit that buy me a coffee account just in case there's no donate button from wherever you're watching from. Please do, because your boy just got a new house, so paying a mortgage, all that good stuff. Announcements. No real new announcements, really. I'm not really working on any videos. I might work on a new Pokemon TCG Pocket video, deck video tomorrow. I did do some gameplay that I think is a good Infernape Entei deck, which kind of sucks because I'm not really using Entei, sadly. But besides that, can't really think of anything else, to be honest. Might start working on some Gulak videos. Tomorrow is Brawlhalla Monday. Brawlhalla Monday is returning, so to all the Brawlhalla peeps, tune in tomorrow. And I'm trying to stall longer so Brock can get in, but I got nothing else. Go ahead, Hunter, take it away.
What's up, everybody? I'm Secret Cold Sauce. Today we starting off the Great Nimbus Debates with the two main characters, Goku and Vegeta. Squall Rush and Cold Sauce. Let's go! Y'all ready for this? First of all, I just want to start off by saying that when Squall said, you know, I got a little darker, I'm on the Xbox, so I can see him. But Squall, I pictured you like putting up both your arms, like flexing your biceps.
I did a little bit.
And then my brain immediately went to that song, like that girl song where she's like, works in finance, tall, dark, like whatever it is. You know what the fucking song I'm talking about. But that's why I couldn't stop laughing for a second. But I ain't got no shout outs, I don't think. Yeah, Brock Trapper was driving whenever he was talking to us just now, so he's going in and like he's setting up computer and everything. He's probably gonna be another 10 minutes. You know how his shit be.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah, he just has a laptop. It's an easy plug-in. A couple plugins here or there. But he did say, because like before I started the countdown, he just got to his house. He showed us his house on his camera. And then he said he had to let the dogs out, so I don't know how long those two things are going to take. Shout out your platforms, bruh.
Well, I got recently started streaming on Twitch. Still being lazy and haven't made a Streamlabs account so I could use Rumble, which is why I usually don't stream on Twitch, because I'm gonna wind up fucking around and getting kicked off of Twitch. My mouth ain't made for the week.
I don't think you'll get kicked off of Twitch.
Yeah, I don't think I got enough viewers for them to notice anyway.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, I'm gonna be trying to make a Streamlabs so I can start streaming the Rumble. And what I'd like to do, Squall, can we get like a rematch Wednesdays going on?
Damn, bro. I kind of like having Tuesdays and Wednesdays to kind of do whatever. Like if I want to collab, I can.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, definitely one day throughout the week. Tuesday, Wednesday, or Friday or Saturday. I'm down to stream some rematch for sure.
Yeah, I'm like, as far as video games that I actually play, I think the only things that I would be streaming weekly is rematch with you and Brock and Dark Tide with Ninja. So, I mean, that's about all I got going on or gonna be going on as far as, you know, online. But I am pretty busy looking for another job because some dude at work wanted to run his mouth and I wanted to punch his mouth, and I got what I wanted. So,
oh shit, you got fired?
I knocked that dude the fuck out, son. He tried to stand back up and he fell again.
Oh shit. Well, that's not good. You had a good lineup set up for you.
Oh, I mean, I told him if he keeps talking, I'm gonna knock him out. I told him, I said, shut the fuck up, because I'm about to knock you out. He fucking raised his voice. I mean, what? I have no other choice.
You could have walked away. You had something good going for you, bro.
I really didn't. I would have wound up being a slave if I'd have stayed over there.
I thought you were getting like an office job.
An hour,
and
working my dick in the dirt. All that. Yeah, office job with them fucking weirdos over there. All my mom and her friends. Fuck that shit. And then I wouldn't have even been making more than fucking 16 in the office anyway. I'm better off trying to rob banks than getting money from these assholes.
Damn. Well, that sucks.
Yeah, fuck it.
Alright, you know what? I forgot an intro question. Intro question will be,
Did we make one?
If Vegeta Vegeta was in a affiliated political party, which one would he be affiliated
Yeah, I had to
to?
switch it. You know you wanted Goku earlier.
Yeah, because I already know your answer for Goku, so I want to hear what you think Vegeta would be.
All right. Well, Vegeta is a radical Republican. A radical conservative Republican. That's Vegeta's political party. And perfect timing, Rockstrap. Yeah, he is.
I think
radical Dem.
I think early Vegeta would be what you say, but a later Vegeta would be a liberal.
No, later Vegeta is a radical Republican that grew old and had kids.
I feel like he would be
I
all.
know plenty radical Republicans, Squall. I feel pretty confident in my answer.
I think he would be a liberal,
I'm from
bro.
South Louisiana.
I think he's like all about women's rights and shit. Like, you see how obedient he is to Bulma?
Only Bulma.
And now he's got a daughter. I think he'd be like, yeah, women's rights for my daughter and my wife.
Out of your Vegeta?
Yeah, he's domesticated later in Super and beyond.
Yeah, and that's what happens to radical rights whenever they have kids, motherfucker.
All right, Brock. Go ahead. Introduce yourself. Platforms, links.
Rockshot55 on Rumble. I do YouTube and some other stuff. I need to shut that door. Yeah, but no, I'm usually on Rumble, so come check me out over there.
Any announcements?
And Hoping to get just light in my frame. We got it. All right. And no, just doing some Pokemon stuff on Thursdays with Squall Rush. Wherever he's at on whatever screen you're watching. He's right here on mine. And I don't know, doing some rematch stuff lately. Pokemon. What else do I do? Octopath Traveler's pretty fun, trying to get through that because a friend got it for me, so I figured I'd try it out.
Nice.
And yeah, no, really. I mean, just I got a lot on my plate as a father, as a coach, as a full-time employee, and doing this. So, trying to balance it all.
I had no idea you were coaching.
Yep.
And intro question is, if Vegeta was in an affiliated political party of the U.S., which one do you think he would be a part of?
Well, oh wow. I would imagine early Vegeta is probably the liberal because he's just going around taking everybody out. That seems to be what they do nowadays.
Wow.
I feel like that's
And then
conservative. Sure.
becoming more increasingly protective of his family and wanting to be just left the fuck alone. Becoming more what I would consider conservative lately.
I had the opposite answer. Early is because he's all about destroying everything, and then like later he becomes domesticated, all like by Bulma, and now he's got a daughter. So maybe he might be like more pro women's rights.
Y'all see how we keep on equating what we feel like is good things with the political party that we subscribe to, and then bad things. Like I said, Vegeta's radical right, and then Brock's is like he's radical left, right? And whether when you're radical at the beginning, he was definitely radical. He was a Nazi in the beginning. If you wasn't a Saiyan, he didn't respect you at all.
What political party would you equate the Nazis to nowadays?
Well, so I mean, what they tell us about the Nazis is like the whole white supremacy. Like if you're not this race, you're nothing to me, right? That's how Vegeta was.
For slavery.
You know? Huh?
They were the ones fighting for slavery.
Slavery in the Frieza Empire?
No, in the our nation.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just trying to keep this on Dragon Ball Z right now.
Well, the only thing we would have it to equate Dragon Ball Z in that realm would be of the reality that we currently live in.
Yeah, but it wasn't radical Republicans that would do it, or what? I mean, we don't know. It's not even.
Yeah, let's not get too far into the politics.
Just the
Vegeta shit.
The point I was making is that when something is radical, you know, some of us are saying radical right, some of us are saying radical left.
Of course.
You know, it's the horseshoe
thing. My party I disavow. There's
tell them about the
other party. Huh?
You can explain it better than me. Tell them the horseshoe philosophy.
Oh, so the horseshoe. The horseshoe is the moderates at the very top, tippy top, and that's where it's connected. And then it goes around like a horseshoe, and then you have the far left and the far right.
The horseshoe is facing down, everyone.
Yep, it's facing downward. Now, on this side, you have all the rights that agree with everything all the other rights say. All the left is bad. You have the lefts on this side of the horseshoe that are all saying the same thing, and all the right is bad. And then you come down to the very bottom where it kind of curves back around, and then they're not connected, but the radicals on either party seem to be a little bit closer to each other than they would care that they admit.
Yeah.
So
makes sense.
Those little teeth on a horseshoe that go in to where it can grab the bar when it bounces. That's the most radical version of each left and right. And those are the two from each party that are closest to each other.
I'm about to play the segment one video.
Go ahead.
But anyways.
I'm leaning heavily on the Master Race thing.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Alright, so this is a Dragon Ball Z podcast, not a political podcast, despite that little...
I tried to tell you not to use that question.
Despite that little exchange there.
Very loaded.
So, the first topic that we will debate about is my topic. And this one is Whis bad for the story? What do you guys think? I think Brockstrap, you went last, so you can go first this time.
Absolutely not.
Why
I don't
not?
think so.
Whoa.
I think he's a goalpost that not even Beerus himself can reach, so that gives incentive for Beerus to keep getting stronger, even though he's a lazy cat. I would hate to see the Earth exploded, so his time backing technique is actually very convenient. Just it's like, I will show the heroes the consequences of their actions or inactions, but then still be able to keep what he himself enjoys. He wants to keep the Earth around for himself because the good cuisine. But it also is like, all right, well, here, you guys messed up. This is why you messed up. Let me fix it real quick. Everything's fine. And then we can continue going forward having learned our lesson. So it's... At some point, it seemed like there was no finality to Dragon Ball Z characters or their lives, really. And since we no longer really have those consequences anymore, I think he's like a good, just like a redo button to a degree.
Okay.
Because all the things I think people complain about with him were already well on their way to being a thing anyways. He's just like the easy explanation.
Can you give examples?
In what regard?
You said that most of the things you see people complaining about Whis' ability seem to be things that should have been like were on their way. Eventually, anyway.
I could say with Frieza, right? Getting his life back. Oh, that's too easy to bring Frieza. Well, Frieza was going to come back anyway, right? All right, Whis fix. Oh, what else? Training, or like Vegeta getting to the gods. Vegeta's always caught up to Goku, period. But Goku had to go through the transformation or whatever ritual. Vegeta's got to catch up to Goku. Whis fix. Oh, I can't believe Frieza finally showed Goku that he can't just stick around. All right, well, we're going to complain about that. All right, Whis fix, right? So it's just like all these little things that people are going to nitpick about. Like to me, it would be like, oh, that's an easy out for the people that like to complain about Whis just giving an easy out in all those instances. But my thing is like, all right, well, those probably were going to eventually end up happening anyways. Whis is just an easy way to say, oh, I got it. I got you, bro.
Got you, bro.
Alright, what you think, Hunter?
This is a really interesting question. I never thought about it, but Whis is a character that I firmly believe the reason he has some of these absurd powers that we see, that we don't see anything similar to some of these powers from any other character in the last, how long is DBZ? Like 35 years or something like that?
Roughly.
Yeah, so like I'm gonna give like 2 examples right quick, or 3. The first one, he rewinded time. I don't think I've ever seen, maybe in Dragon Ball, y'all would know.
Something happened where Goku went back in time to meet Mutaito, right? Master Roshi's master.
Oh yeah, but that was like with that was filler, and then that was, I mean, I'll still count filler, but that was like in the room of I thought that was the hyperbolic
A
time
room of
chamber
spirit and
back
time?
then.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So there's that, right? We never seen time warping ability. And there's also the giving Frieza his life back, because that automatically means that Whis has authority over life and death from that particular universe, for sure. That's concrete.
And let me clarify something if I can.
Okay.
Time warping could be looked at like time traveling Trunks coming back, but that's split off different realities. If you look at what Whis is doing, he's doing a redo within the same reality, the same continuity. So
Yep.
for that
Exactly.
argument, time warping would be only like 2 Whis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
man.
is a very good point.
And on top of that-
I'd also like to give a brief theory of an explanation on how we that. What were you gonna say, Score?
And then on top of that, like Whis' time rewind ability is like his that he can just do like that, you know, like Trunks needs a machine, the room needs to be a room, you know. It's not something you could just pop open and use on the fly whenever you want, like Whis can do.
Right.
Right. And then the one that I don't see a lot of people talking about this on the internet, but when I saw it, I was like, that's a power that no one else has too. And like, why is nobody talking about this? Is Whis flew up to, you know, those aircraft things that Bulma flies around. She's rich or whatever. He flies up to it and he's like, nah. And then he just like makes this hole in the window. He just rearranges the molecules of the window basically to where it's now not a window in a certain area, and walks through and then just closes it back up, and the window is brand new, perfectly fine. And like, obviously you're messing with stuff on a molecular level at that point, Whis. You know, that's Adam Eve type stuff. Like, real talk, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How many other people have we seen do that? Like, so to me, knowing though, like keeping those 3 examples specifically, the way he just casually does these universe breaking, reality shaping things, it makes me feel like, because y'all gotta remember, I'm always looking at shit like this from a writer's perspective. Akira Toriyama has always for Dragon Ball Z to not only be an action-packed fun show to watch, but also fun and having a lot of jokes and lighthearted. And we saw a lot of that in Dama, but I think Whis was our first like taste from Akira Toriyama. Like, when you see Whis do something like this, it reminds me when I see it that I'm watching a TV show and I shouldn't take all of it as seriously as a lot of people do, because I'm really just watching it to have fun watching it. So those are my thoughts on Whis. And I have a theory on how he was able to rewind time if y'all would like to hear it.
Go for it.
Okay, so everybody we see use powers in Dragon Ball. It's always this energy that they call ki, all right? Now, Whis is fucking universal level, right? I'm God, more powerful than the God of Destruction. So what I think is that he's able to warp time by a few minutes within his field of ki, meaning if he was to disperse a lot of ki of his own and surround Earth with it before he got to Earth and started watching Goku fight and just kept Earth inside his energy, well, now when it blows up, because he has control in there, because it's within his ki field, he can use that power. I think if he wouldn't have been there first and done that, he wouldn't have been able to. That's how I would explain it in my books.
Yeah, that's an interesting idea, theory.
So basically, what I'm saying is, to be more clear, he rewinded time in the area that Earth was in the universe, but like Mars right next door get rewinded by time. Other galaxies, they didn't get he didn't rewind the entire universe.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Is what I'm saying.
It's just they don't normally do energy like fields like that. The only one I've ever seen was an energy barrier.
Well, yeah, they do, and they always have, because that's how they sense people. Like Goku and Vegeta, all them badasses, if you're on Earth, they know you're on Earth. They can literally sense you. Why? Because they have so much ki in their possession that they just don't even keep it all in their bodies. It just surrounds them. They just have this field of energy that's part of them. That's how they can sense people.
I feel it. But
I do believe they touched base on this when they were training, when Goku and Vegeta were training with Whis, when they unlocked Super Saiyan Blue. A lot of it was focusing on keeping your ki within your body. And obviously that is part of what I'm talking about, is they were constantly having this massive field bigger than planet Earth around them. I mean, they were sensing people before they got to Earth, you know?
Yeah,
So,
I'm not sure how to explain that. That's more like key pressure or something. It's like a smell almost, because like I remember like an early Dragon Ball and Ocean dub, like the way they described sensing an enemy was like, whoa, I've never felt such a horrific evil feeling before, you know? It's like very different to how it's explained today. Like, oh man, this guy's really strong. That's all they say now.
well, that honestly just makes me believe in my explanation more, because once your key starts trying to mix with theirs to get the signal to send back to you, so you know that they're there, you have to feel what their energy feels like. So if it's a horrible, disgusting person like Frieza, you're gonna feel that on an emotional level.
Oh my god, bro, Chili's cracking me up. He's in the chat right now. He's cracking me up.
What's his name?
What's what's your final answer on Whis, if he's bad in the story or not? Is it yes or no?
Whis is bad for the story and good for the audience, because he reminds us not to take it so seriously.
Okay. Yeah, you know,
which is what Toriyama wanted, by the way. I want to add that part really loudly.
Yeah, like Whis kind of reminds me of the Namekian and Daima, you know, like I think Brock, you were watching another podcast, I forget who it was, like Totally Not Mark, I think, where him and someone else were talking about like that Namekian is basically Toriyama in Daima, you know, like anytime they run into a hurdle, oh, here comes the Namekian to save the day with some weird magical powers that can just do whatever it wants to keep the story progressing with no problems. Whis is kind of like that, but on a higher scale. Like anything bad that happens in the anime that stops them, like Whis is just there, bro. Just, oh yeah, here, quick band-aid. Story keeps moving. Like I think like one of Brock's things you said was actually one of my points. I forget which one you said. Oh, the world ends. Like the world ends. He's just there to rewind time all of a sudden in 5 minutes. Like thought that was like an easy cop out. Like I feel like I've seen that in a few different animes before, and then I don't really like the first time I saw it. Cool. The second time, third time it's like, all right, this is getting kind of tiresome. Let's see. And then like the Frieza being offered his life back was kind of cheesy as well. Not as bad as the Whis rewinds time for 5 minutes. That one's like even they had Dragon Balls, so they were gonna revive him back anyways. But like it's not that big of a deal. So like they already had Dragon Balls, so that's fine. And then besides that, one that I think you guys missed out on was that Vegeta had to skip the Tournament of Power because Bulma was pregnant with Bola, and then like Whis just shows up. Oh, that's fine. Pops the baby out like that. I was like, what, bro? Oh my god, bro! What can he not do at this point? You know, it's
I can only imagine as a woman that she was so grateful that she did not have to go through childbirth and labor for that to happen. I'd like if that happened to me as a lady, like I'm sure, like, oh, that's great, thank you.
Yeah, you're not wrong. A little bit off topic, but I feel like the first time women might be scared shitless of it. The second time they're kind of like, I already been through this before or something. But it still sucks. It's like you know the meme, like giving birth.
Like if Whis came and
you know the meme, like giving birth is as painful as getting kicked in the nuts. But
it's such bullshit.
But you never hear. But you never hear a guy say, "Oh, I just got kicked in the nuts. Let's do it again."
So wrong. That's so wrong too. That's bullshit too. I love getting kicked in. That's one of my favorite fetishes.
Oh my god, he's a ball buster, boys and girls. He's a ball buster.
I ain't even been in the ball busting in like 2 years. I think I ruined these things. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh god. Anyways,
and no kids for cold sauce.
But anyways, girls when they give birth, they're just like, let's do it. Let's have another one. But guys, most guys, majority of men are not gonna be like, let me get kicked in the nuts again. Anyways, that's off topic. But that's just like an example. Like it feels like anything that's like super major, that's like a hard no, that story needs to deter, you know.
Right.
Boom. Whis is there. Whoop. Right back. We're right back to where we need to be. It's like it just feels a little too easy. Like we need a little bit more problems. That's my point of view. Then
Ninja, was that a typo? Did you mean to put goner or gooner? In the chats, bro.
I don't know. I feel like Toriyama was already writing for so long, and he already told all the stories he wanted to tell. And then, it's Toyotaro, right? Is he the one?
He's in charge now, yeah.
Well, he's in charge now, but was he doing Super even before Toriyama passed? Was it Toyotaro writing and with Toriyama's direction?
No, it was. So what it is two guys that were like, while Toriyama was on his last day, Toyotaro and these are, and then that's but I think one of them gets the anime and one of them gets the manga. I'm not 100% sure, but I know it was two dudes that were like, these are Akira Toriyama's guys. You know, he was saying these are the legacy. You know, and then we hear the fans. When we get Dragon Ball Z news, we get it from Toyotaro. So that's why I say.
Let me ask Google, all powerful Google, how much of Super was written by? Oops.
I want to say a majority of it was written by Toriyama, and then Toyotaro just kind of approved or denied. And I think it wasn't just Toyotaro; it was like more people were there.
Toriyama wrote the overall plot and major character designs for Dragon Ball Super, but he did not write the scripts for the anime episodes or a majority of the manga story. He provided the plot outlines of the anime staff from the manga artist Toyotaro, then developed and expanded upon. So it could just be Dragon Ball fashion of having yet another overwhelming force, Whis, right? And could also be a cop-out if needed for like a newer writer. Because if Toyotaro was writing Whis and a majority of the script for the manga, and then he wrote himself into something that was hard to write himself back out of, Whis fix.
But Chili brings up a good point. Like, the Dragon Balls were already a band-aid on the story, and like Whis is just like a super band-aid, you know, like the Dragon Balls, you can just use them to wish for anything, and then they added 2 wishes, and then now
it
it's
started to
like,
get limited because we got more powerful, but then now it's the same thing all over again.
yeah, but with Whis, it's like the Dragon Balls had that 1 year cooldown time, so that was like good for story plot, you know. But then now Whis comes in and you could just bypass any like cooldown, like 1 year cooldown with Whis basically. So it's just
outside of Dragon Ball, how often did, and even within Dragon Ball, how often did we actually see the year that the Dragon Balls were inert?
we saw them in early Dragon Ball more than like the rest of the show, because like the rest of the show,
I think it only happened once. Dragon Ball Z, huh?
that they were used and they weren't really gathered anymore.
No, that they were inert. Like,
well, in Dragon Ball OG, it seemed like something
Yeah,
happened
Piccolo
where they
died
did
in
the
the
Dragon
sand
Balls, and then
saga.
they had training montage for X amount of time, World Tournament, the news story, something happens, need Dragon Balls, tournament. Oh, it kept going in that same cycle for a little while. Since we don't have tournaments really in Dragon Ball Z, usually what would happen is bad guys come, somebody dies, Dragon Balls, years pass, training, they're stronger, then next bad guy, then Dragon Balls, next
Yeah.
bad guy.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So it seems in that pattern. So with this, again, like, it's almost, to me, it's almost refreshing because, like, obviously Whis is nothing more than a gag character to me, right? He like One Punch Man or just the highest power guy, period, that can fix everything all the time.
right.
So I don't see Whis outside of a gag character. Now within Dragon Ball, it was already originally kind of like a comedy kind of thing. Then it turned into, hey, let's just fight all the time,
Yeah.
and fan service. So with Super trying to be somewhat referencing regular OG Dragon Ball and being somewhat comedic again, a gag character like that, giving not always comedy, but sometimes, plus just being the gag character, like, it doesn't bother me necessarily. It's hard for me to say whether good or bad. But did you see that flash?
Yeah.
Huh?
Anyways, I think it was just, I don't know. I don't think Whis is bad necessarily for it. I do enjoy some of the comedy. He's kind of like that, like a Zarbon-esque, to where he's just kind of like, you know, like whatever the hell he wants, how you would describe Whis. And I think he just adds a little bit of extra flavor, but also is convenient to have around.
I'm not gonna lie. I think he's still bad for the story, because like,
You think so?
yeah, definitely, like if it's not him training Goku and Vegeta, it's gonna be someone else who's strong, and they're gonna get stronger no matter what, whether it be through training or like a new super strong bad guy shows up and that pushes them to the next level. It's gonna be someone. And then I think Frieza was wished back to life with the Dragon Balls and trains for 4 months. So I think that's why they used Whis. Well, I mean, the Dragon Balls might have got destroyed, but then they had the Super Dragon Balls in the very next arc, you know? It would have been cool if they went into the Universe 6 versus Universe 7 tournament, you know, or the Super Dragon Balls to wish back the Earth. You know, that would have been a better story idea than just, oh, Whis fixes everything and then boom. All right, what do we even need the Super Dragon Balls for at this point?
I can see that. So my next question is outside of the Earth, obviously. Without Whis, what for the most part would be lost or different?
Without Whis?
What do you mean lost?
I mean,
Why
like,
would Earth be lost?
Because what would happen, I think, Frieza would come back, he's golden. Without Whis, no Blue,
Yeah, for real.
potentially no God. So what would they be Frieza would just whip him up and the story would be over.
I think it would.
yeah.
So if he's in the
Absolutely.
story, if he's still in the story, but without the cheap tactics, you know, the cheap rewinds and wishing people back to life, without the Dragon
So
Ball
you're
thing.
talking specifically about only his like cheat powers.
Yeah. So I mean,
So would be
he
a
held
better
everybody.
character if he didn't have those.
He had an air bubble that like kept everybody alive in space. You know, if he just kept all the Z fighters alive in space, so they can go on to the Universe 7 versus Universe 6 tournament, that would have been cool. I would have been cool with that idea. No rewind time shit. What do you guys
Frieza,
think?
they would have just wished back eventually. So I mean, that wasn't really any hair.
Mm-hmm.
Bola being born would have happened eventually. No hair off my back.
Mm-hmm.
What other things?
All Goku had to do was tell, "Hey, our universe is about to be destroyed if you don't join this shit."
Right.
and
then
then he would have joined.
right.
Huh?
Remember,
would have dropped out.
remember
What?
the
Say that again.
Goku kept the tournament of power, like the reason he kept that everyone that loses is gonna get destroyed. All universes. He kept that part a secret from everybody for some dumb reason. I don't know why. If
That was really stupid.
if he told Vegeta, like, that's why Vegeta said no. He said he want that's why Vegeta said no to join the tournament of power. He's like, I'd rather be here with my wife while she's pregnant. She's about to give birth. If Goku would have just spat out, "Hey, we're about to be destroyed if we lose, so you need to join," I think Vegeta would have joined.
Oh yeah, definitely. In fact, I would go as far to say as Goku presented it like that specifically with the idea of getting a team together and Vegeta not being on that team.
Mm-hmm. So there's like better workarounds to these dumb problems. Well, not dumb. Some of them aren't
Right.
dumb. Frieza destroying the planet's not dumb. Goku not telling everybody that our universe is gonna get destroyed if we lose. That's dumb. But yeah,
Wasn't Vegeta there when that tournament was discussed?
no, that was
Why
Gohan.
would Vegeta not know?
That was Gohan.
No, I'm talking about when they were training with Whis, when Champa showed up for the first time, and they decided to have a tournament.
No, I'm talking about Tournament of Power, the next tournament at the end of
Oh, the
Super.
big one, my
Yeah,
bad.
that's
You
the one
right.
Goku kept
Yeah.
everyone.
All the way confused.
Hey, what's up, Rob?
Yeah.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that. He said you guys are cool as fuck.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
What? Somebody's out here telling the truth? Who is?
But yeah, so there's like easy workarounds to the problems. Well, not easy, you know. There's actual other workarounds to the story that should have been like that. You know, like I feel like Whis would have taken it more serious, or Beerus would have taken it more serious. You know, like if he saw that Vegeta, if they saw that Vegeta said no because Bulma is pregnant, you know, like Whis would have been like, "Hey, we're actually gonna get destroyed."
How does that
Or-
matter anyway? Yeah, that would have been my first question to Vegeta. Hey, whether your wife is pregnant or not, if y'all don't win this, she ain't having that baby, dude.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's just like the popping Bulma's baby out. That felt like unnecessary, you know. Like all they had to do was just tell the truth. All right. Well,
To me, it
Rob.
was just kind of cool to see it was another thing that Whis could do.
Yeah.
I never tried to think of it like I can't believe. They
What
gave
do we
him
thought?
that
What?
power. It would
How
be
does
like
Whis
it's kind of neat.
come into this particular scenario? What are y'all talking about right now?
Like remember when Vegeta was saying no to the tournament power because Bulma was pregnant, and then Whis just happened to be there for some reason, just pop her out, pop the baby out of her.
Wait,
Why else
seriously?
are Beerus and Whis ever?
Wait, hold on. I didn't see that.
You don't remember that?
I didn't get that far in Super. I told you
Like,
with Super, it's the
hit
movie.
her
but,
belly with his rod, or like bumped it or something, and then all of a sudden Bola came
God,
out.
oh,
Yeah,
Like he just teleported Bola from outside or inside to the womb to the outside.
yeah, just teleported
what
her.
kind of stupid fucking shit? What the fuck?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
Fuck
but-
Whis in this. What the fuck? How fucking stupid.
I thought it was interesting.
yeah, because
Literally, the only reason you would write that in is to show that Whis has that ability. There's
Exactly.
absolutely no fucking reason for that to happen.
yeah, like, cause like Goku was recruiting people for the Tournament of Power, but he kept the rule that all the losing universes will get destroyed, and Goku
Yeah,
left that part
left
out.
it out.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
left that part out when he went to talk to everybody, and when he got to Vegeta, Vegeta said no because Bulma's pregnant. And then Whis just pops the baby out with his wand,
Yeah,
his
he's
staff.
like, oh,
This
okay,
is the
not a
crazy
problem
shit
anymore.
that I hear. That's the reason I started watching the show Super instead of just getting my information from the movie. Because they said the movies were canon, but they didn't say that Whis was out here popping premature babies.
That was part of not the movies.
Yeah, that was the show.
That was part of not the movies, Brockstrap.
That was part of not the movies.
He's talking about the show.
Yeah. Yes.
I think we've said all our points. If anyone else has anything else to say about this, we can move on to the chat's topics. We got a couple.
Nah, Whis is cool.
Well, I mean, actually, no, there's a couple things I do want to still bring up about Whis.
Go ahead.
So in regards to what Chili was saying earlier, how it's a lot like the Dragon Balls. Like if somebody dies, you just use the Dragon Balls to wish them back. You know, we got too strong for the Dragon Balls, and you know now people, I'm sure a lot of fans have the question of, well, what if Goku and Vegeta were to die? You know, we could just use Whis to bring them back. So how is that like a concept? Well, you should already know by now, for one, we're not losing Goku or Vegeta, okay? And for two, for someone like Whis, the position he has to agree, you got to remember, this guy has authority over life and death in Universe 7. We're in 7 or 6?
7, I want to
We're in
say.
7.
Yeah. This guy has authority over life and death in Universe 7. And he himself made the decision to take on Goku, Vegeta, and Broly as his personal protege. He's not gonna let them stay dead because that's not something he's doing for fun. That's an investment in the universe. When someone like him does something like that, it's not out of boredom. This guy babysits a sleeping cat for 50 years. He don't get bored. He makes
Right.
moves on behalf of the universe. So when he finds these Saiyans that are coming up on Beerus's level, and most gods can't beat Beerus, he's gonna take that investment, especially knowing that these are the kind of people at heart who are gonna protect the universe. Unlike Frieza, who's not Whis' protege.
Oh, quick.
So yeah, if something happens to one of those three guys, Whis is gonna bring them back. We don't have to worry about that, and that shouldn't be something you like should be mad about. The literal god of Universe 7 has taken these guys under his wing and invested his time and energy into their lives, their small, tiny little mortal lives that might last 100 years. And this dude's older than any planet you've heard of.
I wouldn't say that he's invested. I would say he's more like amused by them, because like one of the things about the Tournament of Power was that Beerus will be destroyed. The gods of destruction will be destroyed of their universes that they belong to if they lose. But the angels will all stay alive. So like he really doesn't like he's gonna stay alive no matter what. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, there was
to
no
him.
risk to him.
So and the whole time, throughout the whole time, he just Whis just seems like he's just kind of content with anything. And then in the tournament of power, he still seemed normal, he couldn't care less. Beerus was the one that was all invested, yes, no, type of thing.
Yeah, okay. Now look at all of that in a new light. Remember, on a previous episode, all of us discussed the possibility of Whis training these people and making a team because of theoretically Whis might be trying to start overtaking other universes. Do you remember us talking about that?
I don't remember that one.
Okay, well, it's literally just the natural progression of Dragon Ball for the last 35 years to constantly go after the strongest person we know of. So we kind of have to get past that guy eventually because there's guys stronger than him.
I mean,
But knowing that,
historically, we've had Broly,
does it change anything?
Gas, we've had Granola. People keep popping up even within Universe 7 still. Even if they get their powers cheaply.
Yeah. Anything else you wanted to bring up about Whis?
I think Whis eventually is gonna take Zeno's spot, and all of our fighters are gonna become gods of destruction in all the different universes. I think we're gonna monopolize the entire multiverse.
Well, even the Grand Prix too is stronger than Whis.
Yeah, I think we're going after him. I think we take it and Zeno out.
Something else to consider too, going back to what you referenced, Chili's deal. So, if there's little to no consequence already, and the Dragon Balls are the reason because of that, what's the difference between having Whis around and just going through the trouble of getting the Dragon Balls we're gonna just go get anyways?
Yep, that's that's the same way.
How many more times are we gonna just go and see, oh, the dragon, so cool? Okay, we've seen Purunga, twice now? We've seen Shenron so many times.
Shenron's got us on a first name basis at this point.
Right. Literally. So at some point, the luster is gone because, okay, we're desensitized to Shenron now. Well, how can we accomplish the same thing Shenron would without overusing or just seeing him again for the nth time? I'll just have another guy that just chills with the group, being able to do all of that.
Yep. Yeah, that was part of what I loved about Whis, is because with Whis being able to just snap his fingers and make those decisions, we don't have to waste 10 episodes looking for the Dragon Balls and going through some dumb filler arc where we learn, I don't know, Tien once had a boyfriend. What? It's a waste of time.
And his name was Chaozu.
Yeah, Tien was dating Chaozu. Well, let's not say that because Chaozu looks very
Well, I mean, a year off from the Dragon Balls, that's a good drawback, the thing that makes some shows great is the drawbacks of certain things, I like My Hero Academia because every power has a drawback, if Deku punches too strong, his arm is completely busted, he can't use it at all anymore. Dragon Balls, you use them, they're useless for a year. That's good. Whis is just a no drawbacks easy cop out. It's too easy. There needs to be deterrence and strategy in using making decisions. There's nothing there with Whis. It's just fix.
Here's something else to consider.
Fix.
Okay, our Dragon Balls. Well, they've been reworked now also, so Dende, you can use them 2 wishes every half a year now or something?
I don't remember if there's any timing change. Huh?
With Dende's new balls, I think Right. I think there's less
With
wait
what?
time. I think there is
With
less wait
Dende's
time
new
now.
balls.
Okay,
Yes.
I didn't
And
know
his new
that
ball,
part.
I do think there is less wait time, and I do think that they are able to multi-res now, and I think they're able to have more than one, or depending on the difficulty of the wish, maybe I can't remember exactly how it was worded. But Goku also has instant transmission now, and he probably can feel the Namekians on New Namek, wherever they might be. So going back to the drawbacks, they've already written themselves into very less and less and less and less drawbacks over the years, to the point like, all right, well,
Yep.
That just means there's no point to Whis then. if they're doing that.
well, it's nice to have. I mean, there is a point to Whis, because Whis is just always around somehow. And then on that note, like, they don't have to go even through the trouble of getting the Dragon Balls anyway. Like, all right, well, I guess we could do this, but hey, here's my buddy. He can do it.
Yeah, and with Goku, it doesn't matter at all, because even in the Buu saga, before Whis and all them existed, we saw Goku instant transmission from the afterlife onto Earth. So, I mean, he was given special permissions from the Kais. So, I mean, look, people, they talk about these things like it's a problem for Dragon Ball. It's like, Dragon Ball's always been this way. The show is called Dragon Ball. Do y'all remember that? You know those things we use to bring people back to fucking life? Like, this show has always been consequence free.
To a degree, yeah. The only time it wasn't was Trunks' timeline, where the Dragon Balls were just completely inert, period.
Right.
In what regard, Raw? Like instant transmission versus... I mean, I guess he could be. All Whis would have to do is that technique.
Alright. I think we've exhausted the Whis topic enough. I think it's time to move on to some of the chat's topics.
Sure.
We got a few of them. Alright, let me play the segment 2 video. Alright, welcome back everyone, welcome back. Alright, so we got about 3 topics from the chat. Alright, Ninja's question was, if Dragon Ball was made into another fighting game style, what fighting game would you choose? Like Tekken, Street Fighter, and then there's a couple other ones he listed. For it.
Don't we have Dragon Ball games of every fighting style Dragon Ball?
Like Tekken, Street Fighter, Brawlhalla, or Smash. I know for sure Dragon Ball's in a Smash game. And then Chili brought up, how much do you guys love Dragon Ball, and would you name a child of yours after a character in the series? And then
Chili, I'm naming my son Vegeta, and I'm gonna train him to beat up your son Goku. That's...
better wait
Hey
till
man, we don't talk about Baby Fight Club.
you better wait till his Goku's old and weak. What's it called?
Excuse me?
You heard me?
My son is gonna lose a fight?
Yep.
Motherfucker, I'm a real life Yujiro Hanma. Alright? It don't get better than this.
And then Ra, his topic was, do you believe they made Brawly ridiculously overpowered? Which topic would you guys want to talk about?
The last one is just, who's gonna say no? I'll go with the first one. I'll put my vote on the first one.
Ninja's fighting game style?
Yeah, that's probably the one that seems most interesting to me. But yeah, I would name my kid Vegeta. Probably will name my kid Vegeta. I just have to keep whoever the chick is like really stressed while she's in labor, to the point where once the baby's born, she's just passed out, and I get to handle all the paperwork.
All right. So what game are you choosing? What kind of style of fighting game?
I mean, I've played plenty Dragon Ball Z with different styles. You got the side to side like the original Tenkaichi. The one that flows the best to me, as far as like doing combat and like performing the moves and feeling like I'm controlling this character and like I'm able to do what this character is able to do. You know, I don't feel like, oh, this character should be able to do this. For me, it's Xenoverse 2. But I've never played some of the games you've played, like Spartan Zero or none of that. But the style and the gameplay. Right, but the camera angle is different because you get to fly and like go side to side and stuff.
You could Tenkaichi as well.
Not the original one.
Not Budokai, no, but Tenkaichi, yes.
Right. Oh, yeah. But yeah. So I mean, I'm going with the style from like Xenoverse 2, where like you have the character, the camera, you know, like behind you, and you know, you get to control it more. The controls are more like an adventure game than a fighting game, kind of, right? But the battle mechanics are very good enough and very fluent, in my opinion. That's why I enjoy it.
Well, he said if it made into another fighting game style, not one that exists.
Yeah,
like,
I don't understand what that means.
So, like, he's saying like Tekken, Street Fighter, Brawlhalla, Super Smash, like something that hasn't been, like a Dragon Ball game hasn't been made into yet.
Okay, so I'd love to hear one that
I agree with you, Brock.
Dragon Ball Z hasn't done.
It hasn't really done a Tekken style yet. It's done Fighter Z or Fighters, Dragon Ball Fighters.
Mortal Kombat.
That's pretty. Ooh, it hasn't done a Mortal Kombat yet.
That's just the original Budokai. What are y'all talking about? The camera's on the side. You can only move left and right. You got attack combos.
I wouldn't say it's the exact same.
It's pretty similar to Street Fighter.
And Injustice is basically Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Injustice is made by Mortal Kombat.
Right. So, but yeah, I mean, the side to side. So Budokai was its own thing. Nothing was really like it up until that came out. So you can say it's side to side similar to Combat or Mortal Kombat or Killer Instinct or any of those, but like I wouldn't say it's the exact same. So what we're saying, all right, sure, it's a game like the other games, but which game specifically with like it would basically reskin the game that it hasn't already reskinned yet.
The only one I can think of is Tekken.
So, all right. So if I was, let me get this straight. If I was to pick Mortal Kombat, we're talking about a game where there's like a lot of blood and everything, using Dragon Ball characters.
Yes, and like the fighting style, the mechanics and shit like that.
All right. Well, then going off of it like that, I'm choosing Super Smash Bros. And your techniques that you can use would be the items that you can pick up. So like if you're playing as Piccolo and you pick up like a special technique ball, you'll do like a Hellzone grenade. But if you pick up an ultimate technique ball, you'll do like a special beam cannon. But that same technique ball will be like a Kamehameha for Goku, or you know what I'm saying? That's how I would do it.
Each one has their own special. Yeah.
So there'd be a Super Smash Ball floating around.
Yes.
That gives them their ultimate.
That's
basically
that's
what
already
happens.
That is what I would do. Yeah.
You know what? Actually, yeah, I kind of like that idea because I think you like showed us like a Japanese
Yeah, it was called
PS2
Battle
game.
Stadium Dawn.
I've seen videos, and it
Battle
was like
Stadium,
horribly scaled.
Dragon Ball, yeah, it was like a Dragon Ball Z One Piece Naruto kind of crossover. That was done really like super duper in the style of Super Smash Brothers.
And there was like
so
no
it was kind of
balance
interesting,
in the
but
fighters.
yeah, no, it was like Goku. You could pick Goku, Teen Gohan, Vegeta, and maybe Frieza. That was about it. It wasn't like a big roster. So yeah, if they expanded on that style of game and made the roster a lot larger, like a roster even maybe similar to that of Tenkaichi 3, which I think has more characters than Zero Sparking does.
I don't even think we need that many characters. You know, just like a solid melee list of characters. You know, or a solid Super Smash Bros. Brawl list of characters. You know.
Yeah,
right.
I would say, for like if it would be that particular game that me and Brockster was talking about, where it's Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, and One Piece in a Smash style game, I would choose just the Z fighters, right? Like Bulma wouldn't be on the roster. It would be people we've seen in combat going down to Master Roshi, and that's where it would stop right there. You're not getting weaker than Master Roshi on this game, right? Then for One Piece, I would just put the Straw Hat crew specifically. No characters that don't live on the Thousand Sunny. And then for Naruto, that would be hard to see because you have the Konoha 13. That's a roster of 13 people right there. But you have characters that are much more like main characters than most of them, like Kakashi. For sure.
Because they're 13th.
What do you mean?
Sai?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My bad. Yeah, Sai is the 13th. Most people say Konoha 12, but I'll never forget.
Right. Because Sasuke left and Sai replaced.
Yeah. But
if it was strictly Dragon Ball characters, though, I like that one like a little bit more because then you can expand on more Dragon Ball characters, you know. I've even put Chi-Chi in there because in all the fighting games they always add Hercule, and we all know Chi-Chi's stronger than Hercule.
For sure.
Yeah, definitely. That's a really good fucking point. Matter of fact, okay, here's a fun idea. Squall. You get to fill the Dragon Ball Z Smash game with a roster of 15 characters. Go.
Oh, that's it. That's a weak sauce, right?
You only get 15. You only get 15. Choose carefully.
Let's see. Goku, Vegeta.
You have to go with the Saiyan Saga.
Yeah, definitely Goku and Vegeta. Piccolo, Gohan. We're gonna need like at least Kid or Teen Gohan in there too. So let's put Teen Gohan since I only have 15.
You can have the different Gohans as a variant of Gohan.
Okay.
Before we need Frieza in there for sure. We need Cell in there for sure. Majin Buu, maybe Kid Buu. So 8 if we add Kid Buu, and I'll definitely put in Beerus, Broly, Jiren, Hit. See, that's 12. And we need a little bit of fan service in there. So 18.
Rebrand.
No, hell no, bro. Yeah, so 18, probably even Chi-Chi. I'll put Chi-Chi in there for a little bit more fan service. And then the 15th one, damn, that's a good one.
Are you writing this down?
I can't think of the 5th one. Let's go with my boy Yamcha. I'm giving Yamcha some love.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, so I was trying to write down your list, but I didn't. I wasn't fast enough. Did you put Goten and Trunks on there?
Oh, I didn't. Trunks needs to be in there. All right, scratch Yamcha, put Trunks in. Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Piccolo, Frieza, Cell, Majin Buu, Kid Buu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beerus, Broly, Jiren, hit, that's 12. 18.
You're kind of only naming good guys.
Chi-Chi. And Trunks. 15.
All right.
I would have put Frieza's brother in. He's cooler.
Alright, that's my 15. What about you, Brock? What's your 15?
My 15? Shit. Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Krillin, Trunks. I think I would put it pretty similar to the first Budokai.
Crap.
I'm not sure how many they had, but you could probably take out Kid Gohan.
It was around like 20-ish.
Yeah, it wasn't big. I'd probably try and keep to most of the just like the Saiyan Saga characters. I would definitely try and fit. Okay, so Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Krillin, Jay, Spurter, Raccoon, Goldo, Ginyu. I'm kidding, I'm not putting in the Ginyu Force. I think they were in the first game, minus Goldo. I don't think they put Goldo as a fighter. So those main four. I didn't incorporate a little bit of Diamond there. I could probably put in Dooku. May as well go with Boo. So the 3 Majin. So that puts me at 7. Supreme Kai, just cause. Androids would be kind of cool. Maybe put 13 in. And then 19 and 20.
What are you in charge of the DLC characters? Or something?
Huh?
These seem like the off-brand characters, not the main cast.
Right, no, that'd be fun. Who else? Probably not gonna get into the super even. I'm probably just gonna keep it maintaining to like DBZ characters. Probably, I would like the option between Frieza and Cooler.
Huh?
What, like as variants?
No, they would be 2 separate.
Okay.
And
I just finished my list while I was listening to y'all's.
I don't know, I got 2 more. You could probably just throw in Cell and Gohan. Great Saiyaman.
That would just be a Gohan variant.
Right.
I got so I broke it down into 3 sections of 5. So for my first, I got Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Goten, and Trunks. And then my next 5 is Frieza, Raditz, Cell, Omega Shenron, and Boo. And then for my last 5, I got more like, I'm gonna just play as these characters because I think it would be fun to play as them in this game against like Omega Shenron and shit like that. Is Chi-Chi, Piccolo, Master Roshi, Mr. Popo, and Garlic Jr. How do y'all feel about it?
Enjoy the Garlic Jr. respect.
Hey, they keep bringing it back in the show, you know? I'm not gonna ignore that. Chat, who had the best list? Where's Squall? Is he still here?
Yeah, I'm still here. So they
I
came
definitely
up.
did not.
Chili came up with a new topic. How would the Dragon Ball series have turned out if Teen Gohan kept training after defeating Perfect Cell.
I never said what game style I'd want.
Oh, my bad.
tell
Go
you.
ahead. Go ahead.
We already have Gundam Warriors, Hyrule Warriors, Fire Emblem Warriors, and damn it, I think it'd be cool if we saw DBZ Warriors and the Dynasty Warriors type gameplay. Just go out at any character and just go through hordes of Dragon Ball Z.
I've
bad
played
guys.
those games.
Those would be fun.
I kind of like those games, but I don't do it with Dragon Ball Z because, you know, it's like hordes of enemies, and with DBZ, it's one-on-ones, you know?
To some degree. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I'll tell you what, I'll play a Red Ribbon Army game in the style of Dynasty Warriors. I'll do that.
Yeah, Gundam Warriors, that's like Dynasty Warriors, right?
Yeah.
I gotta see what my 4-year-old freaking out of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do like that style of game.
Dynasty Warriors.
It's just we don't really normally see the Dragon Ball characters fight hordes of enemies, except for like in the
Frieza.
resurrect. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. The Resurrection of F movie.
Yeah. And then you know, I just now thought about this. Especially considering what we see in the newest Dragon Ball Super movie with Beast Gohan and all, but also even just back to Dr. Gero. The Red Ribbon Army would totally destroy the Frieza Empire if they came to blows.
The Red Ribbon Army would?
Yeah, dude.
Why
Think
the Red
about
Ribbon
it.
Army? They got destroyed by Kid Goku.
Dude.
You know, this is a good debate topic. You should save this for
Okay.
your segment.
All right, yeah, fine. I'll use it for my segment because you are tripping right now. Tripping hard. Like you just tripped so hard your shoe fell off.
Alright, let's see. Alright, do you believe they made Broly ridiculously overpowered? I think we're all gonna say yes on that one, right?
Absolutely.
That one's
Absurdly overpowered. Not ridiculous. Absurdly overpowered.
yeah, he's up there with God form in his base form, and then I think he like I think he was in like Rage Boost of Ozaru, like at the very least. I want to say.
Dude,
Right.
there should not be a rage boost capable of putting him on that level. I saw base form Broly mixing it up with fucking Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta. Like, bro, even rage boosted Vegeta had to go Super Saiyan 2 just to land a couple hits on Beerus. And then he got knocked the fuck out. That to me seems like the same power gap between what Broly at the start of that fight and Goku or Vegeta have against Broly. That to me is the same power gap. So why was he able to fight so long? It's just absurd. It's retarded and ridiculous. All at the same time. They took a character that the fans loved and they destroyed it. But I'm retarded.
Anyways. Yeah, no, he's overpowered. And I love it. I love it. It's interesting because they're exploring the different pathways for all the Saiyans again, and his is just kind of a, I don't know, it's interesting. It's a different take. He's got the same kind of abilities as Kale, right? And OG Broly in some regard. But it's cool to see the different, well, and remember, the different forms that we see are only multipliers of the base power too. So if Broly's base power is insanely high, then the multiplier, it doesn't have to be the same multiplier to get to the same power level in that sense.
And then it's called the Ozaru Rage Boost. I don't know if that's like a times 10 as well, in like a small form, but
Right.
Is it times 10 or 50?
Well, the actual big grade 8 form is a times 10 for sure. So, but then you can get that Rage Boost Ozaru power in like a regular body as well. I just don't know if it's a times 10 as well. I just don't know what multiplier it would be. Alright, well, we can move on to what if what's his name? What if I'm drawing blank right now.
What if Gohan kept training?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if
Oh,
Gohan
man.
kept training? How would that change the story?
I can tell you, the biggest change is there would be a lot less complaints from fans. I'm gonna start right there. I mean, they gave us when I watched Team Gohan beat Cell for the first time, I was 11 years old or something like that, and it was the coolest thing ever. I mean, Team Gohan was nobody could ever be cooler than, and he grew up and became the great Saiyaman, and I never ever had an ounce of respect for him since. Gohan made it hard. Dragon Ball Z for me.
Yeah. I think if he kept training, I feel like it wouldn't have changed too much, because like he did get a cheap power boost with Supreme Kai, right? That made him way stronger than anybody else who did train in the show, you know? And we seen how strong he gets when he does train, you know? He gets like about like he couldn't even get Super Saiyan 2 in the Future Trunks timeline when all he did was fight and train and shit, you know? So like a Gohan that does train, I don't know like how much stronger he would have gotten. I would argue he'd be just like as weak, you know? Or he'd be weaker, and like I think he would have definitely defeated Deborah, but I don't know if he would have defeated Majin Buu. And then he couldn't even defeat Boo-Tanks.
Well, no,
you know?
he wouldn't have beat Majin Buu, because not even Vegeta did that, who definitely did not stop training.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But Super Saiyan 2
Gohan was strong.
is a level where if he would have just stayed that strong, Gohan's influence on the story would have made a huge impact. Just having that amount of strength with Gohan's mindset and morals, the whole beginning of the Buu saga would have been different.
The way I see it, nobody could hold a candle to Cell outside of kind of Goku, but only really especially Gohan. So if he kept going from that point, it would have given Vegeta more reason to catch up. And Gohan would probably still continue to be higher than Vegeta just naturally. We probably wouldn't even get to...
I disagree.
If he kept training, he wouldn't have
Yeah.
Goku to
Well,
train.
but I'm just saying, like, so I've always, the fight against Cell, a lot of that power was from the Rage Boost, and we all know that. And then we also know what Rage can bring Vegeta to at Super Saiyan 2 Beerus. So I think Super
Right,
Saiyan
right.
2 at like a regular Super Saiyan 2 without the Rage Boost is probably like exactly how level Perfect Cell was. I think Perfect
Whoa.
Cell, Bojack, and Deep Broly were all in that area of power level.
Remember when also, I mean, he was only a kid.
All right,
So he gets older, matures more, gets stronger, has more
Right.
mass to work with.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
Keeps training.
all right, so keep this. I did watch a YouTube video on like how much weaker did Gohan get in that time gap from Cell Saga to the Buu Saga, and I forget like the reasoning behind it, his answer, but it sounded pretty like he dug deep and like figured it out. But he basically came to the conclusion that he just Gohan adult or like high school Gohan became like just a tiny bit weaker, just a little bit weaker than he was when he was like quote unquote teen Gohan, you know, like the Cell Saga Gohan. And I would argue that when he saw Videl get her ass whooped, he's in rage boost mode right there.
For sure.
So when he was about to fight, what's his name, Kabito, in the tournament, they told him to go his full power. And I'm still on the boat that he still had rage boost there, and then so he went Super Saiyan 2 with the rage boost, and then that's when Spopovich and them came in and jacked all his energy, and it almost revived Majin Buu. It almost gave Majin Buu all his power, you know, and he's still damn near just as strong, almost as strong as he was when he was quote unquote teen Gohan, you know. So I don't know about like even if he kept training, like I don't know how much stronger he could have gotten past Super Saiyan 2, you know. I don't think he would have been stronger than Majin Buu, even if he kept training.
Okay, I hear you. I want to go down this road right quick. Is that if Gohan does continue training after his fight with Cell,
Okay.
how does Gohan continue training? Unless it's with Vegeta, who else can almost keep up with him at that particular part of the story? It seems to me that it would have to be Gohan and Vegeta training with each other the same way Gohan trained with Goku and Trunks trained with Vegeta. And what I believe would happen from that, through training with each other, you have Gohan, who's old enough to be a human and loves humanity, and then on the other side with the Saiyans, but they're training together and they both want to get strong, right? And through that training, both of them would have more pride and respect for each other's races. We would have seen Dragon Ball Super Vegeta much earlier on, and we also would have seen a more serious Gohan as well, in my opinion.
So you're saying who would he train with to get stronger?
Yeah, I don't think he could train, not even just to get stronger, just to maintain that level he showed against Cell.
So
Other than Vegeta, nobody's really gonna be able to push him.
so who did Vegeta train with to reach Super Saiyan 2 in that time skip?
Vegeta he had the 400 times gravity. Vegeta's always been training alone, long before Trunks came around to train with him.
So Gohan could have, if he kept training and was serious about his training, he would have probably had access to that as well.
No, because Gohan doesn't train with that style of training. Vegeta does, but Vegeta also can train with a partner, like to spar and stuff, like he did. Well, he didn't really do that with Trunks, according to Trunks, but still, like Gohan learned how to fight from Goku, you know, and Piccolo. And this is like things you have to practice with someone else, versus Vegeta is, as far as like sparring goes, it's all mental meditation training. And then he just works the shit out of his body. And he hurts himself. He trains himself to the point where he hurts himself immensely because of the Zenkai Buu.
I don't see why Gohan wouldn't do that.
Well, I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying that's not how Gohan trains. So I think if he wanted to continue training, he would have sought out Vegeta. See that as something that wouldn't have happened.
Oh, well, I mean, I could kind of see it because, like, Goku was the one that did the weighted training first, and that's how Vegeta learned it. So Goku would, or Gohan probably would have wanted to either A, train with Piccolo, and Piccolo would have suggested you train with under Vegeta and his gravity chamber thing, or B, Gohan would have been like, I need to be strong like my dad, so I need to follow in the footsteps of my dad and train like my dad, and eventually lead him to the gravity chamber.
That seems like a decision made out of pride, and we don't see that from Gohan like we do with Goku and Vegeta. That's why they don't train together.
Well, I mean,
They don't work with each other.
he
They're
did
too proud.
he did say he wanted to. I remember, I can't remember the quote exactly, but at the end of the Cell Saga, Gohan did say something like, I need to be stronger, just like my dad, something along the lines of that, but he just never followed through with it. So, I mean, if he doesn't follow in the footsteps of his dad, I can definitely see Piccolo definitely like showing him the meditation, the calm mind, like harness your emotions, learn to control your anger and use it in battle type of thing. And then once he masters that, then he's like, all right, we need to train your body more. So let's get you with Vegeta, who is always pushing his body to the brink of
That's
its limits.
probably exactly what would happen. Gohan would have went to Piccolo first. And then there would have been things Piccolo would have been like, look, you're just gonna have to, you need a better partner than me. I can't, but the being able to teach Gohan, Piccolo, can be a sensei despite being weaker. We know that for a fact. So I think you're right about that. I think it would start with Piccolo, but it would eventually just have to move to Vegeta. There's some things that just you have to be challenged. You can't grow without adversity.
So what's something that Vegeta picked up on after the Tournament of Power?
Which one?
Oh, he wanted to train
was
like
he-
Goku. Like he started training with the Yardrats.
Yeah, he started doing the meditating and stuff.
To a degree,
he
but yeah,
went-
the meditating.
You went to the
'cause he-
Yardrats, that's canon?
Yeah.
Why does
Later in the manga.
Transmission?
It's in the manga. But no, okay, so in the Broly movie, he was talking about how in terms of power, Jiren wasn't much stronger than him or Goku. It was all mental, right? Or some degree, that's why
Yes.
on Beerus'
Well, no,
planet,
he-
you saw Vegeta
What he
meditating
was
while
saying-
Goku and Broly were.
Yeah,
Go
what he was saying was that Jiren stays relaxed until it's time to move. And that was in the Beast Gohan movie.
Right. Oh, was that the Beast Gohan? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you got to
Yeah.
remember, that Broly was right next to him when they were
Okay,
having
okay.
that conversation.
Sorry, I might have said the wrong movie.
Yeah.
But in that regard, you could have Gohan also doing that. And you could even have, like, Gohan's training was Piccolo first, then Goku and Piccolo during the time jump for the 3 years before the androids. And then you had only Goku, and then nothing after that, right? So Goku would have probably taught him the basics maybe of the Turtle Hermit, but he could also seek out not people that were stronger than him, but maybe people that could help with technique
Yeah.
or just fighting experience in general. Could train that way, learn. He likes learning anyway, so it's a little bit of both worlds, right? So that's something I could think of also for a way to him too, just to grow as a fighter, not necessarily even like just train to get stronger and stronger, but
Yeah. And also to add to Squall's point, if we look at Gohan from before the Buu saga, he's always gravitated toward Piccolo anyway. Even like, Piccolo, I want to like, you know. So like we've always seen Gohan kind of. It almost feels like Gohan's kind of always been set up to replace Piccolo, but they never went through with it. That's how I felt when I was growing up. So having Gohan be have the more of the aura of Piccolo than Goku from the Turtle Hermit School or Vegeta from the Saiyan race.
Right.
You know, it does fit way better.
I think you missed it, Brock, but I was telling Hunter, like, he didn't like my plan B, where it was like Gohan follows in the footsteps of Goku and hits the gravity chamber. He liked plan A, where he seeks out Piccolo for more guidance now that he's stronger. And then Piccolo's like, all right, well, we need to work on your emotional, like, stability. Like, you can't just let your anger control you. And so they work on him controlling his anger and also harnessing it. So so he controls his anger to put more force, but not let it go wild, you know. And then after he learns that emotional stability, then Piccolo's like, you know what? You've mastered this, but now I can't really teach you how to get stronger beyond this. So now we got to go to Vegeta, and that's how he goes to the gravity chamber.
Yeah, to some degree, I think that would work.
The only problem with that is you're suggesting teaching a teenager how to control their emotion.
It's never too young to start learning some stuff like that.
I'm 33 and I still have an issue with, or 34. I mean, sorry.
I don't know if y'all remember being a teenager, but
I was angry at my family all the time.
Man. Yeah. Alright, but like with some like meditating and with like wisdom, like they could definitely help out with that. You know, there's like young monks who are very well behaved. You know, like meditation and shit like that. So I think they're like it might not completely help it, but it'll help steer it in a right direction at least.
Right.
And there's a 7-year time gap from him being 11 to 18. Like 7 years of meditating and Piccolo's emotional stability training. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of improvement in that time gap by the time Majin Buu arrives.
Plus, we're also applying real world, like, reality to a cartoon, so
yeah, like
it doesn't have to follow.
Like the people who can blow up whole galaxies are gonna have the same psychological and emotional, you know, challenges as us. Yeah.
I think they have better psychological mentality.
I'm sure they have a lot less stress than we do.
Yeah,
I'm
like
pretty sure walking around knowing you can't die from a nuclear strike, it's got to be pretty satisfying.
Well, not just that. Like Trunks and Mai are the only survivors of that one timeline Goku Black destroyed, and then they just completely went into the other timeline. Like, okay, this is fine. Like no stress whatsoever. Alright, I think in terms of story, I can't say for certain, even if he does train, I think there will be improvement from the canon Gohan we saw. Maybe with emotional training from Piccolo, I think Gohan might beat Super Buu. Once he gets that Supreme Kai unlock ability. Because then he doesn't... He doesn't get all cocky. He doesn't become Teen Gohan where he's just like Super Saiyan 2 and cocky with Cell, and that's why Cell blows up the planet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he ends things at Super Buu when he gets the Supreme Kai unlock ability.
Yeah, definitely. Once he gets Mystic Gohan, that's what you're talking about?
Yes, Mystic Gohan.
Oh, absolutely. Gohan was the full authority in that fight against Super Buu.
Yep, he just got cocky.
100% control of that entire fight.
So if he had some emotional training from Piccolo, I think he would have just ended things. He would have learned his lesson and from the Cell fight.
And look, I'll go so far as to say it wouldn't even take emotional training. It would just take him having stayed training to begin with, because I think a lot of that cockiness is being excited that you can do this shit. Like, I just got this fucking strong. What up? Like, you ain't used to being this fucking strong, so you want to have fun with it. Like Goku when he's standing on Raccoon's head. You know? He's trying to have fun right now in this fight. But yeah, you fucked up with that one, homie. You almost ruined the world.
Right.
Let's see. I do like Chili's topic. He says the only reason I want to save this for the next Great Nimbus debates. The only reason the good guys were able to defeat or winning versus Cell is because Cell was too proper and nice. I want to save that for next one because we're running out of time. I'm gonna go do Hunter's topic next. So segment 3 video starts now. Alright, welcome back everybody. So, now is Hunter's topic.
Alright, everybody. For some reason, Brushtrap, I want you to pay attention. Squall Rush thinks that if the Frieza Force as an army were to go against the Red Ribbon Army, somehow the Frieza Force wins. And I am of the logical conclusion that it is absolutely the Red Ribbon Army. So that's our topic.
Well, Red Ribbon Army got taken out by Goku when he was like fucking 13 years old.
That's what I'm saying!
Did they?
Yes!
Did they? Because they came back in Z and in Super.
I mean, like some of them, not all of them. Like the whole army,
So,
like 99% of the army.
The only thing outside of androids.
When we saw, when we saw the Red Ribbon Army in Dragon Ball, Frieza didn't even exist yet.
Mhm.
So that doesn't even enter my mind. I didn't watch Dragon Ball. I saw Dragon Ball Z. I saw the Red Ribbon Army. I saw androids that were stronger than Super Saiyans. And when I saw a Super Saiyan go against Frieza, who ruled over his empire with an iron fist, I saw Frieza get his ass handed to him. The same way these androids were handing Vegeta's ass to him.
See, you're talking about the last remnants, the 1% that came after the Red Ribbon Army was destroyed. One scientist was left alive in the Red Ribbon Army, and like a commander or two. And then that scientist made at 18 and 17 and 16. So that's like the last 1% of the Red Ribbon Army. The Red Ribbon Army, when you say Red Ribbon Army, me and Brock are thinking General Blue, General Tao, like all these little weaklings.
I'm thinking like Earthlings fighting with guns against flying aliens with space blasters that could probably just one punch most of the humans.
Yeah.
So yes, when we bring androids into the equation, you are not wrong.
Well, it depends.
So if we're thinking Frieza, I don't know when 17 and 18,
I can't really
16
talk about
19 or 20 were built, but there is that time gap from what we see with the Frieza dying 3 years. New bad guys, androids set 19 and 20, and then also subsequently 16, 17, 18. All the other androids that were in the movies, right? Also took Goku, right? Oh, right, Super Saiyan. So Trunks, Vegeta, Goku all going Super Saiyan to fight, 14, 15, and 13?
from the movies.
All androids. In the movies, yeah.
Oof.
But let's
bring
just
that
say
in.
for the sake of the argument,
If-
like,
if you
okay,
bring
we're
Whis
already.
into it, they team up cooler with the Frieza Force.
No, I'm talking specifically the androids. Because chronologically, number order, we do see 16, 17, 18, 19. And so we would think a logical conclusion 13, 14, and 15 would be a thing.
Yeah.
So, yes, when you're saying, okay, all these androids that apparently need Super Saiyan to take them out, they would either be on equal footing with Frieza at that point. Sure.
I don't know.
13,
Near
13
equal to Frieza. They were
13
overpowered.
before the transformation would be on footing with Frieza, so I'm guessing 13 that took the parts of 14 and 15 to become Super
Oh yeah. Yes.
would,
He's solo
would
one,
probably
everything.
take out Frieza.
Probably.
Well, there's that one new general that Frieza had. I forget his name. The long,
Kagama.
skinny, pink, bald guy.
Yeah, Tagama.
Yeah, he was stronger than a Super Saiyan. He beat
Yeah.
a Gohan.
That's what I kind of wanted to go to. So since I can't even like reference the Dragon Ball Red Ribbon Army, I would suggest we take what the Red Ribbon Army we see from Z and compare it to the Frieza Force from Dragon Ball Super. Would be probably the fairest, in my opinion.
You can't really even call
It's
Red
hard
Ribbon.
because
You can't really even call Red Ribbon Army an army anymore. It's just like a little ragtag group of remnants left of the Red Ribbon Army.
yeah,
Well, I mean, you could if the amount of people determines, whether it's an army or an empire or whatever, then you can't call Luffy an emperor of the sea because he's got a crew of 10 people.
consider this. Average Red Ribbon Army soldier right now
Human being with
got slapped around by a 4-year-old painter.
yeah,
Oh yeah, that's true. In the
I-
superhero movie.
a 4-year-old
again-
man, I
again-
also would wager would slap around most of the guys that showed up in the Resurrection F movie.
Yeah, maybe. But again, we're talking only on the soldier basis here.
Yeah, I mean
So
maybe
when
not
you say
more.
armies, you do have
Would've
your
got
generals,
jammed and then got
you
grounded.
do have your lieutenants, you do have your colonels, you have all the different rankings within an army of people of higher importance. So yes, higher importance people, probably Red Ribbon. Lower importance people, Frieza Force. So this one's kind of a toughie.
I would still put Frieza's army above the Red Ribbon Force, because Black Frieza, like how strong do y'all compare him to
You're
the strongest
putting Black
guy
Frieza
on
in
that? Like, how strong are you guys comparing Black Frieza to the strongest guy in the Red Ribbon Army, which would probably be in my
At this
books the
point, it would
Gamma.
only be golden.
It would be Gamma, yeah. It would have to be
It would,
Gamma.
it would only be golden at this point.
Right. Because,
Because
I
Black
mean,
doesn't happen until further into the manga. So if we're going based on, well, no shit.
Well, if we're adding the Gammas, we
Black
gotta add
Frieza,
Black
people-
Frieza, right?
people had a weird
Does
introduction
Broly
to
get
Black
put in
Frieza.
canonically
Huh?
in the manga?
I don't know. I haven't read
shit.
the manga. to be
Broly
honest.
is part of the Frieza Force, y'all. For a little while.
Oh
No. Well, not right now.
Squall just got so excited.
In this instance, right?
Yeah.
Thinking Broly's back on planet
Whatever it was, yeah.
Vorpa.
Planet
whatever the
Fart.
No, like Vorpa or something, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Or something.
The Beast Planet, the Green Planet.
Yeah.
Yeah. But where was I going with that?
I don't know why you brought up
So,
Broly.
so when does Broly? So in the superhero movie, all right, we're talking Red Ribbon Army, obviously. So Broly already at this point is into the fold of our Z fighters. When does that happen in the manga?
I think.
Canonically.
I think
Is
the-
that happening right now?
Like
with Trunks and
chronologically?
Goten?
I'm pretty sure Black
Yeah, is that
Frieza is a
happening-
thing, but like I think the Broly movie happened after Granola and Moral Arc. I think I've read that.
So if
somewhere.
that is the case,
After?
then yeah, Black Frieza would be a thing at the moment in that movie.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, okay, Frieza Force for sure.
So you telling me the Granola arc happens not only before the Broly movie, but before the Beast Gohan in that?
Yeah, Beast Gohan's after
Gohan is
Broly
happening,
because Broly's in there and he's on a part of the team in that movie.
right?
Yeah, but you saying that all happened after Goku and
Within
Vegeta
the
fought
manga.
Black Frieza and
Within the manga.
Granola and all them. Yeah.
I think I read that somewhere that Broly happened after Granola and Moral Arc, because like I think those arcs in the manga were out before that movie came out, and then
Wow.
they finally made it canon, and they said it was gonna be a time skip.
I just lost so much respect for so many people who claim to be. Because if you know that and you still say that Beast Gohan and Piccolo are the same power level as Goku and Vegeta, I mean, I don't know like, there's not a medicine on earth that can help the amount of stupidity in your fucking brain.
What I heard Piccolo say is, "Oh, now I'm on par with Blue." Gohan's
In the show,
a bit
but then
stronger.
we got that announcement
movie.
from Toyotaro later.
All right, so peep this. In the manga, Goten and Trunks are still young, around 11, 10 years old. But their adult heights aren't reached yet when Frieza reaches Black Frieza. And in the superhero movie, they reach their adult heights, Goten and Trunks. So at that movie, Frieza definitely has Black Frieza when the Gammas are out.
Their adult heights?
Yeah, because remember in that movie, they all of a sudden they stopped being the small size. They were like kind of taller.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I would say Gohan grew to be Teen Gohan and then grew more to be adult Gohan.
No,
I didn't
Goten
see
and
no
Trunks.
adult
Goten and Trunks.
Goten.
I meant
What are you
Goten and
talking
Trunks.
Yeah, there was
No,
no
that's what I'm
adult
saying.
Goten and Trunks.
Yeah.
Even Veku showed up as a
Oh
kid.
my god, you guys are missing the point, bro.
I
So-
know what you're saying. I'm just saying it's weird that they would reference those heights as adult heights
Whatever.
because they would be teenage heights.
Forget the wording.
Right.
They're taller.
Keep going.
They were small when
They were
Black
taller,
Frieza.
yes.
But they're small when Black Frieza was achieved. But in the superhero movie, the Gammas are introduced, and they're
Yes.
a lot taller now. So Black Frieza is a thing when the Gammas are introduced.
Where did you say Veku? That wasn't even.
Veku?
Yeah, because they failed their
Yeah, but that's not Veku. That's like.
Yes, it is.
Anyways.
Oh no, you're right. Never mind. I'm
Veku's
thinking
Vegeta Goku.
So you're right. You're right. I'm an idiot. Who the fuck was that fat Goten guy?
I thought they were all Gotenks.
I just always heard they were referred to as Fat Gotenks.
No, each different one has a different name.
I know. I
No.
couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
I remember when they first fused in the Majin Buu arc saga, like they were the fat one, and then like Bulma and Chi-Chi were trying to figure out a name, and then they asked the fat one, do you have a name? He was like, Gotenks. And they're like,
Here,
oh,
let me ask
Gotenks.
Almighty Google. What are the names
Oh, you sure right.
of
I
the
completely forgot that
failed
detail. They are a lot bigger.
Gotenks and
These dudes are like coming up. These are like freshmen at this point.
Mm-hmm.
fusions?
Goten Trunks.
Yep. So if we're counting Black, like how strong is Black Frieza in comparison to the Gammas? Does he completely eclipse them? Is it like a low diff, mid diff?
So it's not something that we can compute because the only feat we've seen from Black Frieza was knocking out Goku and Vegeta in Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego in one punch. Yes, but that was also when they were already on their breaths after fighting. Was it Granola or Moro? Whichever one.
Yeah, I know.
They
I know what
were
you're talking about.
exhausted. You know what I'm saying? So at first, Black Frieza comes out and everybody's like, oh, once again, new enemies way stronger than all of us and there's no hope. But then you find out they were like barely standing already. Fucking Black Frieza might not even be fucking strong. Like, you know? Like,
right. Well,
It just-
if we take out the Gammas and Black Frieza, if we're left with Golden Frieza, I still take Frieza Force because I feel like Golden Frieza it completely eclipses all the androids.
Take out the Gamma.
Huh?
If you take out the Gammas, for sure.
Yeah, and then
So
when
it
it comes,
says fat and skinny Veku, but Gogeta is the successful.
Gogeta.
But
Yeah.
with Gotenks, it's only
Okay.
referred to as fat, skinny, and regular Gotenks.
Ah.
So I don't know why the rule applies for one. Because Veku only really applies in the Fusion Reborn movie, right?
Why is Veku a thing?
Because they
Oh,
failed the Metamaran
Oh, that's good. Vegeta
Right.
and Goku.
fusion.
You failed the dance, yeah, and
Yeah.
they came out fat.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that is kind of dumb to
Well-
have one dude and not the other. But there is a very key difference in that Goku and Vegeta are pure-blooded Saiyans. They have way more pride than Goten and Trunks. Goten and Trunks can fail that thing and then go, we messed up. We're fat Gotenks this time. But
Right.
Vegeta and Goku are gonna be like, this ain't right. This ain't Gogeta. No way. This is Veku or some shit because this is not Gogeta. That's how
Well,
Goku.
they didn't even say. Even in the Broly movie, they didn't say Veku. Veku only here exists within the Fusion Reborn movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
So he made an appearance in the Broly movie, but they didn't give him a name right then and there particularly.
Oh, so maybe they retconned Veku completely, and it's just fat or skinny.
Yeah, just a failed Gogeta.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense too.
so if we take out Gammas and Black Frieza, we're left with the androids and Golden Frieza. And I'm still taking Frieza Force
Yeah.
if we got Golden Frieza.
I'll still argue for the Red Ribbon. Just based on all the shit I seen 17 do in the Tournament of Power. Frieza's not fucking with that shield. Jiren barely fucked with that shield.
But I feel like Jiren was like also on 1% when Android 17 came back in the mix.
Like 1% of power left,
I
or
won't-
1% of power that he's using.
I don't.
Like 1%
I
power
don't think
left
Jiren was
because
at 1% at all. We've never seen Jiren that tired.
yeah.
Goku and Frieza had to grab him and jump off.
But the Goku was in base
If he was on
form.
1%, wouldn't they have just like kicked him off?
Goku was in base form. He was also in 1%. Frieza was I don't know what percent.
And Frieza was final form.
Yeah, that's nothing compared to because Goku was tangoing with Final Form Frieza in base form in Resurrection F. So Final Form Frieza is nothing to Jiren, because Super Saiyan Blue Goku is nothing to Jiren. So he needs to go to Golden Frieza to even do anything to Jiren at full power. So Jiren was actually taking lumps, and it was like a good fight between Goku and Frieza. Base Goku, Final Form Frieza, and Jiren at the end because they were all low on energy. So and then when Android 17 came in the mix, to help team up with those two, Jiren was already down to his last 1% battery.
But I've seen Android 17 use that shield to block attacks that are without a doubt on Golden Frieza level, like attacks.
Like which ones?
In the Tournament of Power. I don't know, dude. How many that are? I was paying attention to Vegeta. I'm just saying, Am I tripping? Do y'all not remember Android 17 shielding attacks that made you go, how fucking strong? Chat, help me out here. Am I tripping?
I mean, yeah, he did. I definitely agree he got stronger. I just don't know if he's on the same level of Golden Frieza strong.
I wouldn't say his attack is anywhere close to Golden Frieza. He can't hold a candle to it. But his defense is absolutely. And I think that can be used. Do we know someone from the Red Ribbon Army with an attack that could hurt Golden Frieza? I would say maybe 16 has something.
Maybe against Final Form Frieza, but not Golden.
Yeah, not gold. Yeah, I agree with that.
Can 17 shield? Can he put people in his bubble?
He could probably
In the
like
shield bubble?
get in front of them and use that shield. I don't know about.
Yeah, but I'm saying like because it's a bubble around him. Like if
Yeah.
you stand close enough, you think you know what I mean?
Mhm.
We only have Cell Saga 16 to reference though.
That's true.
But 16 was not by like he was
was fully
as strong as he
synthetic.
was ever going to get. Yeah, he was only
Yeah.
built. He could be built better or have advancements, I guess maybe.
Right.
Well, I'm still giving it to Golden Frieza over Red Ribbon Army. Black Frieza with the Gammas introduced. Not sure how strong the Gammas are. They're probably around Mystic Gohan level. Because I remember Mystic Gohan was still struggling against one of the Gammas. Can't remember like if he beat one of the Gammas
That's a good
against
part.
the
That's a
Gohan.
good
now.
place to put him. Yeah, I'll put him in the same spot around Mystic Gohan.
So then Black Frieza, I'm not sure how
Which
strong
is
he is.
also around the same as base Vegito, right? In Z.
He's stronger than Mystic Gohan's weaker than
No, Vegito was way stronger
Yeah.
than Mystic.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, cause
Okay.
Gotenks mopped the floor with Mystic Gohan, and then absorbed Gohan, reached Buuhan, and then Vegito was mopping the floor with Buuhan.
Yeah, the Buu saga was full of stuff.
Yeah.
Things that made no sense at all.
So, considering Black Frieza, I wouldn't say Black Frieza is stronger than Ultra Instinct or Ultra Ego, but I think it puts him into a relevant power level up there with them, you know.
Yeah,
And
I
Beast,
think-
They came in
I
in
do
one
think
shot.
that-
I mean,
Yeah,
were
like
gassed
we
after
said,
that
they
fight.
were so gassed. I think Black Frieza is the same to Ultra Instinct or Ultra Ego as Golden Frieza was to Super Saiyan Blue.
yeah, I can see that. So, I'm going with like he's
mean-
up there. So I'd still put
it's hard to tell.
Black Frieza, like the Frieza Force, stronger than Red Ribbon Army with the Gammas and the Black Frieza.
The only thing that at that point, because I'm on your side, Black Frieza is definitely still winning that. But the only attack I know of the Red Ribbon Army can produce is whenever that Gamma went through that Cell Max's arm. You know, that wasn't on the weak spot or anything. So according to them, this Cell Max should be strong enough to take hits from like Super Saiyan Blue and shit like that. And this guy passed right through his arm when he tried to block it. So while Cell Max was consciously trying to block this attack with his arm, meaning there was effort into it, he didn't just randomly pass through his arm while Cell didn't know what. So he didn't catch him off guard. Guard was up, and he went right through that arm of someone like I said, on par or greater than Super Saiyan Blue. So if they can land that hit on a Black Frieza, I would put it in a coin flip onto what would happen. The problem is, how the hell are you going to land that hit on Frieza? Everyone knows exactly where the hit for like 5 minutes before it happened.
The only
Frieza gets it every time right there.
the only edge I'd give like the Gammas is they got that kamikaze move, and I don't know how if that would take out
That's what I'm
Black
talking
Frieza or
about.
not.
That's what I'm talking. When he flew way up, like almost to space, and he came down as fast as he could. That's the attack I'm talking about.
Yeah, I just don't know if it would destroy Frieza or not. I would say I'm pretty sure Cell Max was stronger than all of them. Go like Ultra Instinct, Ultra Ego, like all of them. So especially since he mopped the floor with Orange Piccolo, and Orange Piccolo's up there with Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego and Beast Gohan now.
Right.
So if the kamikaze,
He mopped the floor with him.
oh
Piccolo
him-
went giant and was holding him steady while Gohan was charging up the thing.
Piccolo almost
Piccolo
died
was
in
wrestling with him.
Piccolo almost died in Orange Piccolo, and that's what caused Beast Gohan to transform. all them key blasts and his body falling, and then Piccolo or Gohan just being like, "Oh shit!" and then the line.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can lose a fight, Squall, but what I'm saying is, it wasn't one-sided. I mean, Piccolo was in there.
Yeah, he's holding his own for a
even
little
when
bit.
he got back up, like you said, he got back up, and then, like I said, he went giant, and and Piccolo said going giant doesn't grow his power at all, but he was wrestling with Cell Max with enough strength to hold him in place for Gohan to charge and attack and shoot. And look, if that only took 10 seconds, that's still impressive. You know, that's not, I can't do, if Brock Lesnar walked in my house, I'd hold him down, shoot him, you know, like, I would have to knock him out. So it's not mopping the floor with him.
I'd say if it was a one-on-one fight without Beast Gohan there, Piccolo would have got the floor mopped with him.
That was Cell Max even without being released correctly. He was sent out to the world prematurely.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's the thing, like his body was as strong as it was gonna get. That's the part that really aggravated, because like you saw those lasers coming out of his tail and everything, and I'm like, all right, if he's mindless and he's just a infant brain savage, like I was just, you know, a baby gets born and they start crying immediately. That's what happened to Cell. That's why he was rampaging. So he's got these big lasers coming out of his tail and everything, and I'm like, why is Earth still here? If this guy's this fucking strong, and he's definitely not controlling his own power,
right?
Those lasers should have passed right through the Earth.
You're not wrong.
It doesn't have to make sense. It's a cartoon.
Yeah. Now we're making sense of this bullshit.
Anime.
Alright, well, I
Don't
think
make all the anime.
I've held you guys long
freak out by
enough.
saying cartoon.
I think I held you guys long enough. I think it's a good time to do an ad read and end it real quick.
Still gotta do this?
Huh?
I'm sorry, man.
No, I don't have to do those. I just want to do them.
Oh.
I got like 20 viewers right now, so I think it's a good time. Hey football fanatics, are you ready for some primetime NFL action? Tune in to Westwood 1 for all the gridiron glory you crave. From jaw-dropping touchdowns to game-changing plays, don't miss a moment of the excitement. Catch every snap, every tackle, and every victory on Westwood 1. You can listen to the NFL on the NFL app, on the Westwood 1 Sports app, on westwood1sports.com, via Westwood 1 station streams, or by asking Alexa to open Westwood 1 Sports. If it's the NFL, it's on Westwood 1. I think I messed up one of the words. It was jaw-dropping, but I said draw-dropping. Alright, y'all. We're gonna end it here. Thank you all for tuning in. It's been a good one. I think we had some really good debates, some really good topics today. You guys, the chat, came up with some good topics, so thank you. It was fun. So hit my link tree, hit the buy me a coffee account. Once again, my name is Squall Rush. I am doing Brawlhalla Monday tomorrow. Maybe a Pokemon TCG Pocket video deck dropping in the next day or two. So be on the lookout for those. Good night, Chili. Thank you for hopping in. Thank you, Lonk. Thanks for hopping in. Favorite part of the podcast. Favorite topic of the podcast. I don't know, bro. Like a lot of these topics were actually pretty good, fun to talk about. Like is Gohan, like if he kept training, we came up with some pretty good stories for that. I did enjoy the difference in opinions of Whis, if he's good for the story or not. And the Frieza Force versus Red Ribbon Army was also a really good one. It was fun to like think about like Black Frieza or Golden Frieza versus these versions of the Red Ribbon Army, blah blah blah. So I have to give it to like all of them. They're all pretty fun to talk about. All right, take it away, Secret Cold Sauce.
What's up, everybody? I'm Secret Cold Sauce. You can find me on Twitch at Secret Cold Sauce. Not often, but I'm there if you feel like following me. My favorite part about tonight's podcast, I mean, Squall hit it on, and every part was a banger. I mean, this is probably one of our best episodes. Other than that, I mean, please spread the word. Share a link to one of your friends that likes Dragon Ball.
And then the outro question.
Oh yeah, our outro question: which 2 Dragon Ball Z characters do you want to ship?
And my answer is I believe Goku and Bulma should have been together. I think they had really good history and building.
Hang on,
up.
let me go throw up right quick. Oh my god. You're looking at me like I'm fucking crazy right now.
That's true. Because it's true.
I can't imagine Vegeta and Chi-Chi now. Oh, toxic relationship.
No.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. They both pissed at each other all day.
It was referenced one time, I think.
That we should switch husbands.
Both wives were fed up with how their husbands were acting, and the other one was like, "Oh, don't. This trait is better than the trait in mine." I don't know.
Alright, who are you shipping, Hunter?
Oh man, I didn't even think about it when I came up with the question. All right, okay. I'm gonna piss y'all off. I'm shipping Master Roshi and Mr. Popo.
I thought you were gonna say Tien and Chaozu.
No, we do not support PDF files on this channel.
Bro, Chaozu's old.
It don't matter, bro. If it looks like a kid, it's a kid, man. Fuck all that.
Excuse me. Sir, are you gay?
I don't want to say none of that. Oh, she's actually 1,000 odd. She looks 8, so you're weird.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
We'll start with me. You ain't never heard me say nothing different than what I just said on that topic.
Meant to do that. Or this one.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Alright, Brock.
Yeah.
Brockstrap 55 on Rumble. You'll find me on other platforms, but you're gonna be missing out because Rumble's where I'm at most of the time. So come check us out on Thursdays. We got Squall and I are doing the Pokemon Soul Link Challenge. It's pretty tough. This one's looking kind of hard coming up here pretty quick.
Yeah,
We'll see what happens.
Fucked up big time last week.
Do you know what? If I didn't tell you what to do with that
I saw
Dedenne,
that.
or if you didn't take my advice on that Dedenne, it probably could have taken out the that Palkia. I don't know.
I think I saw you lose 3 Pokemon that night, Squall.
Yeah, I had Palkia fucked.
Palkia's tough, man.
That shit pissed me off.
Water Dragon's a tough type. But anyways, yeah, check us out there. Then I'm also gaming some other nights too as well. And who I would ship? I don't know. I think 17 and 18 are perfect for each other.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Bro, that's gross.
You know,
That's
that's how you
disgusting,
know
bro.
he's whiter than me. That's Alabama white right there.
I think I would like Vegeta. Oh yeah. Vegeta and Angry Launch would be kind of a fun one to watch.
It would be. The best relationship would be Vegeta and Goku.
Vegeta and Goku.
I don't think so, man.
What was your favorite part of the podcast? What was your favorite part of the podcast?
Oh, my favorite part? Just being right all of the time.
Wow.
No,
Weak sauce.
Brock sauce?
I don't know. It's always I seem like the contrarian. I think usually on the podcast. So like, it's always I always enjoy hearing what you guys have to say, and then thinking like, all right, something else to consider, and then adding more.
That's
I feel
good.
like I'm pretty good at like adding extra. But yeah, no, my favorite part was trying to figure out why Vegeta and Goku's fusions had different names, and wondering why Gotenks was like, why is this a thing? Why does one? Why did they differentiate from each other?
Okay. All right. Well, that is it for the Great Nimbus debates, y'all. Hopefully, we'll see you guys next weekend. Next Sunday is Nerding Out. We're doing the trash anime. It's not garbage. It doesn't suck like trash. It's actually about trash.
Anime about trash.
Yeah, it's a cool anime. It's I always forget the name. Gotcha Kuda.
Yeah, I gotta go look.
I will.
It's a dope anime, and we're going over some Dan to Dan episode reviews. So if you're into that stuff, check us out, and we'll see you guys next time. Yeah, this one right here.
Oops.
Not that one. This one. All right, y'all. See ya.